Alright, hey guys, welcome to another Road to Platinum video. Today we are here with Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. If you guys don't know how these work, I'll talk a little about getting the Platinum and give an overall review of the game. Also, I'd like to say this all is filmed on the PlayStation 5, and yeah, I'm just letting you know because it looks better than other footage we've filmed before on the channel. But before we start, here's some just general info of the game. It came out in November of 2010 with generally high ratings. Then it was re-released in the Ezio collection in November of 2016. Brotherhood is the second game in the Ezio collection and third AC game overall. Now let's get into the Platinum segment. This is going to be a very short segment compared to the overall review. Actually, I think this is a little longer than the review. No, the review is way longer. But let's get straight into it. Right away, I'll tell you how long it took. I spent a total of 37.5 hours in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, mainly because I had to play the game twice because of a glitch trophy. Overall, the difficulty rating for me personally is a 7 out of 10, with 10 being the hardest. The hardest trophy to get was Il Principe, which is get 100% on all missions. The main missions, like the main story missions, weren't too bad, but when it came to things like the war machines and the Romulus layers, they ended up being very tough. That's about all I have for the Platinum segment, though. Now we'll hop over to the review segment of the video. This video probably won't be too long either, but yeah. So review. The game is a very mixed bag in my opinion for me. So I'll start with what I dislike and then end on what I enjoyed a lot. So some of the things I didn't like were exploring Rome outside of the city, like especially when you're around the Colosseum and things like that. It just felt to be more of an annoyance, and the horse still feels bad like it did in AC2. I know I talked quite a bit about that in AC2, how I felt the way the horses move didn't seem to flow naturally with the game or anything like that, and it didn't seem to I just didn't enjoy it personally. I felt like they could have gone with a better path, but that's the thing they struggled with all the way up until probably AC Origins, to be honest. Any AC game from the first game up to Origins, if it had horses, it did not feel good in my opinion. What else do I have? So the open world side activities were also very repetitive. The submissions didn't offer a lot of variety overall, so like if you went to go do the Thieves Guild missions or the Mercenary missions or things like that, it was generally the same thing. You go here, beat up someone, come back. That's about it. There was no crazy story to any of them or anything like that. Also, something else I would like to talk on is the glitchiness of the game ruined it the most for me overall. The game has a lot of glitches and things that just ruin the game. Either visual glitches or glitches that ruin trophies. So, as I already told you guys, as I already mentioned a few minutes ago at this point, is when I was going for the trophy, I had to replay the game entirely over again. And that was due to the fact that one of the missions glitched to where you couldn't get 100%, even if you did the challenge and everything like that. So that's one of the problems I did have with the game, was just glitchiness. Wait, hold on. Sorry guys. And then overall, it felt like the side missions and the game overall just felt very tedious at points to get the Platinum. And it was super glitchy and buggy, and it ruined the game quite a bit for me. Now we're going to get into the things I actually enjoyed about the game. And the combat has been drastically improved. By that, I mean like incredibly improved from AC2s. So the way it works now is you can basically kill chain and easily break defenses by kicking, which kicking was a thing in AC2, I'm pretty sure, but it didn't work into the effect it does now. Plus, the chain killing was really nice because you could just pretty much move your analog stick in the next direction and press square, and it would just attack them right away. And that was very useful for when you were fighting bigger guards and things like that. And then, what else was I about to say? Oh yeah, having the crossbow also made stealth a better option in the game, in my opinion. Having the crossbow made it so you could actually be stealthy rather than having to run around with your throwing knives. Because if you guys remember, throwing knives you have to throw straight in these games, but the crossbow you can actually aim down from buildings and up and stuff like that. So overall, it was just very nice to have. The overall story was also great, and I enjoyed the characters and things like that. I'm gonna get into that a little bit more towards the end of the video, the story, but yeah. Of course, I still love the parkour because, in my opinion, I feel like the Ezio trilogy had some of the best parkour systems. I know that's not a lot of people's opinion, but Assassin's Creed Ezio collection overall, the Ezio trilogy, the way the combat system worked was just so perfect to the way you messed with the controller. So you could do exactly what you wanted to, compared to the newer games where that wouldn't be as possible. You know what I mean? Because the newer games have certain parkour systems that make it more restricting to make it look nicer and things like that. Also, another thing I'd like to get into is the stealth in this game still isn't there. We don't really get much of stealth until AC3. As you guys already know that, though. Like, the stealth in these games have not ever been anything crazy up until AC3. These games, it was just don't get caught while you kill. Another thing I'd like to talk about, as you guys can see on the screen now, is assassin recruits. So basically what these are is you can go to the pigeon coops right here, and you can send them on contracts, level them up, and overall they're just really nice to have. They're great addition to the game. But the way you get them is on your map you'll see this little icon, and you'll have to go help out a citizen who's getting attacked by guards and things like that. And once you do that, you talk to the citizen and he'll immediately just join the assassins. But basically what the assassin trainees do is you can use them to what's it called? To attack enemies for you, so you won't get detected. And you could also use them to rain arrows, which is a good way to take out like a big group of heavy guards or something like that. And it overall just helps you in a lot of different scenarios. So basically, too, there was two main side missions main side activities, I should say, that I played, and it was, as you're seeing on the screen right now, the Fight Club, and you saw it a little bit ago, the dice. The Fight Club I felt was very annoying, especially because depending on what enemy type you get, countering, if you counter them, it's not a kill. Compared to other guards where if you counter, it'll be a kill right away. Sometimes they can do this and dodge your attack, which will make it not a complete kill, you know what I mean? So that was very annoying. The Fight Clubs probably would have felt a little better if there was a little better of a system, but overall it did not feel the best. And then the dice game was pure luck. That was just an easy way to make a buck because it'll keep building up. Like when I first did it, I made like 150,000 cash, but overall neither one of these side activities are anything crazy, and to be honest, I really don't recommend doing them at all. One side mission that I did enjoy though were the Christina missions. They were a nice little set of missions that just explained what happened to Ezio's original girlfriend that you meet in AC2, because she's there in the beginning and you never really see her again or anything. And they were very refreshing to play overall, and they were they're pretty much just flashbacks of the last few times that Ezio actually saw her and went out of his way to see her and things like that. But they were just refreshing because it was a nice change of pace from normal gameplay and things like that. But we'll get into that at the end. But so some of the tedious things I didn't enjoy though were As I said, the layer of Romuluses, the war machines. But on top of that, it was also the Borgia flags. My bad, the Borgia flags. And I think it was just the Borgia flags that were really annoying to get around the map. And then doing just mainly the side missions. Another thing I'll get into in this video too is the overall DLC for the game, which there's one DLC and it's the Vinci Disappearance, which I was very intrigued to actually play, but once I got down to it, I found out that it was very tedious and short. Basically what you do is you go from location to location, just securing Leonardo da Vinci's paintings to overall solve a puzzle. It didn't feel anything crazy, it didn't feel nice in any way, but that's also part of getting the platinum for this game. Just letting you guys know that. Also, when you go to platinum it, 100% in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood is only the missions. I was told wrong off of Steam that you have to buy everything and do everything. No, it's just the main missions and the war machines. Just all the missions are, that's it, just missions. So war machine, assassin contracts, things like that. Those are the only things that count towards 100% completion in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. And of course you have to full sync the missions, things like that. And same goes for the Da Vinci Disappearance. Just 100% those DLC missions. And there you go, 100% on Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Okay. Getting into the main story of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, without getting too much into detail, the game overall, the story, I would say it was fairly decent. As you guys know, this isn't my favorite Assassin's Creed ever. I don't like it out of the Assassin's Creed trilogy. It's my least favorite out of the trilogy. The Ezio trilogy. It's my least favorite. But, with that said, guys, my rating for the game, I know a lot of you guys aren't going to like this, but my overall rating is 6 out of 10. It would have been higher if it hadn't been for a bunch of bugs and a lot of tedious and annoying tasks to do around the game. And also I just found the Borgia flags to be very annoying. And same with the syncing challenges. To get full sync on missions were a bit annoying. Like, don't get hit a single time in one of the war machine missions. And that sucked because you would play for 15 minutes to get up to the hard part, and then you would die, and that would be it. You would have to restart. But with that said, guys, that is Road to Platinum and review for Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. If you guys enjoyed, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below what you guys want to see on the channel in the future. And I'll see you guys very soon in the next one. Peace out. Stay safe. Later, guys.